Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 and the PitFuturesTrading.com coming to you this Friday afternoon, March 6th. And you're looking at today's market profile of the SPY ETF on Window Trader. And wow, a lot of things happened today. Let's start first with we do hold the gap. Barely, as the buy is incredibly with this rally in L&M, almost filled it, but we still have a gap. We have an inside week, which kind of is not a surprise after the range we had last week. We go out with a price probe to the upside. Just a half hour earlier, I was saying, or an hour earlier, I was saying K would have been a price spike if we closed below A's low because we made a new low in K. We make our low of the day in L, our high in the day in M. So within an hour, we had this is becoming pretty commonplace, right? We had an $8.55 range from the low in L to the high in M, $8.55. Volume was 40 million in the last time frame. Volume on the day, 209 million with the after hours, so we're going to end up doing 220, 225. So again, very good volume today. Let's see what we did on the week. On the week, we did 1,130,000,000. So less than last week, but not bad at all, considering now, again, obviously it's a huge range, but considering it's an inside week, which is balanced, that's incredible volume on its own. As far as my trading today, I didn't do a lot of trades, but I had a good day. I was long in B period. We opened, right? I did nothing in A. I said it would be crazy to do anything in A period. I thought the low from March 2nd was important. That was like our balance, which has now been extended, and I'll show you when I show you the charts. And we battled. We went back and forth through that range just about every time frame today, except a couple of them. But we were looking like we were going to close way below it, and we closed way into it. It's pretty impressive the way this thing's moving, like a penny stock. But in B period, once we got above the opening, got long, took it up, got out of it once. I had a nice trade. Again, I'm not even sure. I think I'm in 10 tick increments or 12. I'm not even sure. So that was a nice trade. I took a long in L period. I didn't do anything for most of the day. I really didn't. It was pretty rotational for a good part of the day with huge rotations. Looked like we'd have an afternoon pullback low. Looked like we'd have an afternoon rally high. We didn't have anything. We have 9 wide. We have the low and the high. Took an L and long in L when we took out K's low, and we weren't getting any acceleration to the downside. The volume was getting better in K and L, but they weren't getting what they wanted. And the long-term sellers, I'm sure, are still here, but I think the majority of what went on today is shorter-term traders, especially what happened at the end. If there were long-term sellers in this market that wanted to close this at the lows, you never would have seen this. So to me, that tells me they really weren't here, because to me, this is just absolute short covering, bottom feeders, panicking not to go home short over the weekend and go home flat. I really don't think, that's not long-term money rushing in to buy it up here. So I took the long in L, turned out to be a decent trade, and then I took another one in M period right before the 350 algo, quick one. That's one I should have held on to because I got out of it right before. It pushed down, got long, got out of it even right before the 350 algo because the option jumped 30 cents. I'm like, okay, I'll take 30 cents in a heartbeat, and then it ripped. So it was a good day overall. Whoever's killing it, God bless you, kudos to you. Volatility is one thing. This has been, for me, a little tougher than I would like. All right, let's go over destinations for Monday, and then we'll look at the charts. So, again, we talk about how these destinations are far and wide. Well, nothing's changed. For the upside, we have today's high of 298.78, and then filling the gap at 300.01, 123-point gap. That's absolutely nothing these days. You do that literally in 15 seconds. Then above that, I got to get to my pad. Above that, if we fill that, we don't have anything to the afternoon rally high from yesterday at 304.18, so another $4 higher. Then above that, we don't have anything to 308.47 daily high, and then 313.10 daily high, and then 313.84 monthly high. So you talk about price having to seek its level and whatnot inside of a huge balance. It's like hitting a golf ball inside a racquetball court and watching it rip around off the walls. That's what this has been doing to price with these reference points and destinations so far and wide apart. For the downside, we have our price probe. Now, we closed at 297.46. So we actually closed below the price probe. But again, it's not like a price spike. M period, the day ends, we don't know if it would have been accepted. So we have to wait to A period on Monday. So your first destination on the downside is still sees high of 297.90. 297.97. And then our 9 wide, actually C period was a very prominent period. It's our price probe, the top, and the low of C is our POC, 295.07. Pretty interesting. Then below that, we have nothing until today's low, which is 290.23 and is now a weekly low. So again, price just all over the place. Let's look at the charts now. Okay, so monthly. 1 week into the new month. We held last month's low so far. We're in balance again, right? 284.82. Using that month's low as the bottom of our balance and the all-time high from last month. So it's a huge $54 balance. Weekly. Still down. One time framing down 2 weeks, even though we didn't take out this week's low. The fact that you didn't take out the high, it's still one time framing down 2 weeks. Gap is my main focus. But we did have an inside week. So whenever we come out of that, I mean, it's huge. The top of it is 313.84. So that's over $16 away. And the bottom is well, it's this week. It's $5 away. So whichever way we come out of it, you go with it. You monitor it for continuation or lack of. Daily. So before today, I was saying this low here from Monday. I'm sorry, from Tuesday. No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday was important. Well, we went back and forth through it all day. Looked like we were going to close way below it, close back into it. So even though we're one time framing down 2 days with a gap, I'm just going to encompass this Tuesday's high and last week's low as a 7-day balance now. Okay? And that's with the high of 313.84 and the low of 285.54. So again, another huge, huge balance. We said whoever wins the 200-day moving average will get the next directional move. Well, both sides could have claimed that yesterday, right? Yesterday and today. I mean, we got down to 290 today. We got down $14 below it. I still don't think, I'm not talking about even $10 or $14 ranges. I'm talking about a lot bigger than that when we finally decide who wins it. Because remember, this is a balance here. If you come out of this balance and take out last week's low, we're going a lot lower. And on the flip side, if you come out of this balance to the upside, then you're going to go attack the 50-day moving average. So I'm talking $20, $30 away at some point from this 200-day moving average when it's decided. I still don't think it's decided, right? I always say one day doesn't make a market just because the ranges are so much bigger. We're just still in balance here. We end up, incredibly, we were down, last week the SPY was down $37.22. We're up $1.20 this week. So is that a victory for the bulls or the bears? I mean, the bears can say, after $37 down last week, the bulls took back $1. And on the flip side, the bulls can say, well, we did end up on the week and we didn't take out the previous week's low. You decide. I'm pretty neutral right now. I'm not going to sit here and say I think I'm going to see 272 next week, or we're going to see 315 next week. I'm coming in totally unbiased on Monday because, to be honest with you, I'm really not sure. So, and I don't think many people are. I mean, I wouldn't listen to somebody and say, for certainty, hey, we're going here, we're going there. The bottom line is we are now technically, right? Monthly is balance. Daily is balance, even though we're one time framing down 2 days. And weekly, yes, we're one time framing down 2 weeks, but we do have an inside week. So that is some sort of balance. So you're still waiting for market generated information. And as big as these moves are, when you come out of it either this way or this way, they're going to be just as big, if not bigger. I hope you had a good week. Rest up, have a great weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.